Hey guys, and welcome to Christian Martial Arts Ministries, or CMAM's first YouTube video. We are going to be starting a series where we walk through some of the pumse and the kibans that we practice in Chong Taekwondo. For this video, we're going to start with pumse. We're going to start with the Tae Geuk series, Tae Geuk Il-chong, the first Tae Geuk pumse. Next week, we're going to move into kibans, and we're going to start Star Block, which is the prequel form to the kiban series. And we're going to alternate every other week. So next week we'll do a kiban. The week after that we'll do a pumse. The week after that we'll do another kiban. And hopefully we're going to work our way up after 20-ish weeks. We'll have most, if not all, of the pumse and the gup pumse, as well as most of the kibans done as well. So you guys can come to this series section in our YouTube channel if you are struggling with any of your Tae Geuk pumse or any of your kibans, if you'd like to see them done, if you need some quick pointers because you've got a test coming up or something like that. We just want to make this so that we can help you guys improve your Taekwondo journey. So just a couple of quick housekeeping things for our very first video. We are Christian Martial Arts Ministries. We are a Chong Taekwondo school in good old Marion, Indiana. If you would like to know more about us, there's going to be a link in the description that's going to link to our Facebook page, so you can check us out. We would love to hear from you if you have any questions. That'd be a great way to get a hold of us. If you have any kinds of personal things that you need to talk about that you don't maybe want to throw in the comment section, reach out, let us know. We'd love to talk to you. If you have any comments or concerns about this video that would be good for everyone to hear, please leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Something maybe you want us to cover in another video. We won't be doing just pumse and kibans. I'll be throwing other videos up here from time to time. Hopefully you'll be seeing from some other instructors at CMAM. But if you have a video or some topic that you are just really struggling with that you would like some help with, say it in the comments. We would love to hear from you, and we would love to upload pertinent things for your Taekwondo journey. Last but not least, please like and subscribe to our channel so that this video and these upcoming videos can get out to the public, so that other people who are struggling with, maybe their pumse or their kibans or other Taekwondo topics, so they can find this video and these series so that they can become better martial artists for it too. So in this video, we are going to start with the first form in the Tae Geuk series, Tae Geuk Il-chong. And so Tae Geuk Il-chong, the ancient philosophy is heaven and light. It's heavy emphasis in stances, distinguishing between the walking stance, the square stance, and it's got a lot of the basic techniques that we walk through in basic practices like low blocks, punches, and kicks. So without further ado, let's get right into working through Tae Geuk Il-chong. So Tae Geuk Il-chong is the first form in the Tae Geuk series. Its ancient philosophy is heaven and light, so the form means heaven and light. As you're going to see in this pumse, there are a lot of basic concepts that we're going to go over. Things like turning properly, striking line, distance, things like that. So the first thing we're going to do that you're going to notice is that I'm not going to be calling out each individual move like I will in the kiban series. For the pumse series, I'm just going to point out things that sometimes students struggle, that I see students sometimes struggle with as they do these different pumse. So for Tae Geuk Il-chong specifically, I'll be talking about, like I said, proper turning, distance, and striking line and things like that. As we go up through the pumse, I'll just be picking out things that either I struggled with, or I notice some of my students are struggling with, or I'm getting questions about. And that's what I'm going to base my pumse forms around. If I tried to do each individual move, by the time we got to some of the later Tae Geuk forms or even some of the advanced Dan forms, it would get really, really long. So let's get started with Tae Geuk Il-chong. So first things first, this first turn is crucially important. A lot of the time when you turn, when you're walking like normal, when you're walking in the streets, turns take 2 steps. It's a 2-part move. Your turn, you start turning with your first foot, you finish the turn with your second foot, and that is how we turn when we walk. It's a 2-step, 1, 2, right? Not both feet don't move simultaneously. It's one transition, final transition. In the Tae Geuk forms, a lot of the time, both feet are going to have to move. You've got one motion to do a full 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, or 360 degree turn. So you need to be mindful of where your feet are and how you step so that you can turn efficiently into a proper stance. So the first stance, hey, in Tae Geuk Il-chong is walking. It'll be a left walking stance. So what you want to do is make sure you take with your left foot, we'll lead with the left, maybe take a little half step back so that you can fall into a proper walking stance. Both feet are going to have to pivot a bit to get into that correct stance. And then we're going to do a low block. So we'll get started. Here we go. Now, as we continue with this punch, make sure that this is a midsection punch, right? We will not have a high punch until the second Tae Geuk form, and that will be the only high punch you see in the Tae Geuk forms. The rest are midsection punches. They need to be on center line, in line with your nose, aimed at the solar plexus, right? That is the target for midsection punch. A lot of the time, I see in the forms, the midsection punch comes up to about the shoulder. If you were to do that correctly, you would be punching the sternum, which hurts, but not nearly as much as the solar plexus. So please make sure your punches are accurate to the solar plexus and center line. One more time, we're going to take another turn. This is going to be a 180-degree turn. So you need to be even more mindful about the way you do this transition to turn. The right foot is going to slide around. Normally we do a tas de sol in our basics where you step across and pivot on both feet. That's not the case here. The lead foot is going to be sweeping. There will be a sweeping motion to get into your next stance, which is going to be right foot forward, and it's going to be a low block. So real fast, take a look at how this transition goes. Around, low block. Again, we're in a walking stance, right? We're in a good walking stance, but we've not turned the way that you're used to. So please practice that set of turning from here around to the low block midsection punch. Now we're going to go straight ahead to a square stance. So one of the biggest concerns I have when I watch Tae Geuk Chong is making sure the walking stance and the square stance don't look the same. Sometimes walking stances get too long, sometimes square stances get too short, and you start to have a difficult time distinguishing between the two. Your square stance needs to be a square stance, a full, long, wide square stance, and your walking stance needs to be a little shorter, and both knees need to be bent. Here my back leg is straight, my front knee is bent more dramatically than in a walking stance, and I've got a good, powerful, low block reverse punch. Okay, so to keep our distancing, right, because we want to end the form in the same place we started it. If you try to step back and go into the next technique, you've lost all of this forward momentum. You've got forward movement coming along here. You want to step into the forward movement and out with the right leg into your next technique, which is a reverse midsection block. We're going to continue. Again, making sure all of our midsection punches are indeed midsection punches and our turns are correct, both feet facing the same direction. Again, we've got this forward movement, so we're going to step into the forward movement and up into a walking stance, as opposed to trying to, feet meet in the middle. We want to step up into our high block here, front snap kick. Making sure your front snap kick, because if you move forward too much with your front snap kick, oh no, you can fall into a really long square stance. So make sure that your front snap kick is really controlled so you can set your foot into a walking stance. You don't want this to be too long, right? So we'll come around, another front snap kick, set it down gently into this technique. Now this last turn is one of the toughest. Even for me, every now and again, if I'm not thinking about it, I'll turn with what feels comfortable to me, which is just a pivot into a right stance. This is not a right stance. This next technique is a left square stance. So your left leg needs to come all the way around, and you'll still be blocking with the arm that you're blocking or you're striking with right now. So you'll come around with the left leg into a low block left, right? And then we can step to the right with a midsection punch again and a kia. To pado, we pivot on the right leg. So the lead leg, this guy right here, will pivot on him into the pado. So one more time really fast, I'm going to run through that whole form at normal speed, what you would see as proper speed. I just want you to take a look at how I turn, how my transitions look. If you need to go through and slow this down, please do that. This is going to be the walkthrough of Tae Geuk Chong at full speed. Here we go. Tae Geuk Chong. Tae Geuk Chong. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Once again, please, if you haven't, this video and subscribe to our channel so that we can get these series out to people, martial artists that are going to use this and hopefully become better martial artists because of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, if there's anything that you saw in this video that was perhaps wrong, or something you wish I would have done differently or said differently, or some other topic that you'd like to see in some of our other videos, please let us know in the comment section. We would love to hear you. And if you have any other questions, any personal questions that maybe you don't want to put in the comment section, find our Facebook page, send us a message. We would love to hear from you about anything that you could possibly ask. We are here for you guys, and thank you one more time for tuning into this video. I hope you have a fantastic week.